Testing. Let's see. Hey everybody, I think I am live right now. What is going on? It is Saucy. I'm here hanging out in my office. It's a little bit dirty right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. But, yeah, I've been pushing this back for a very long time. And I guess it could be done better. But with later videos comes improvements. And so, at least, we are going to improve right here quite a bit. Let's get right into it. We have, I guess, I don't even know what to say right now. This is, of course, the Thinkpad site. I forgot to resize that, and it's going to go crazy right there. Awesome. Laptop Shootout, Ivy Bridge. This is mainly going to be about the Lenovo Thinkpad W530, the HP Elitebook 870W, Dell Precision M6700, Retina MacBook Pro, and the 2012 edition, and the late MacBook Pro 2012. I forgot to get water, so we might have to edit this video a little bit later because I'm starting to get thirsty. My throat is a little bit coarse, guys, but yeah. So here is the this is basically gonna be a shootout of 4, or I should say 5 computers. It was originally gonna be 4, but I did a 5th one later. If you guys haven't noticed, I have dankpads.com, which I do like. I'm doing like like more detailed pricing. So this is going to be comparison of these 4. And if you guys want to get the Excel data sheets of what all the numbers are that I gotten on there, there is a link in that web page right there. So just click there. You get the Excel. It's XLSW or X format. So it's I did it off Excel. I don't know if it's gonna work off of Google Sheets or any of the free programs, but it was probably like the easiest thing I could just do that I could make a graph with. If you guys have a free source version, let me know. And also, I can't see chat right now because my internet lags when this happens, so it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be able to see it. So if you guys are commenting, I hope that you guys just save it for maybe a page comment. I don't know, but if you're live, you can't do a page comment. Okay, whatever. I'm a terrible person. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get right into it. It is that's the M6700 photo for ants. Here we have the Elitebook. I don't know how to make it bigger. There we go. The Elitebook. There's that one. The W530, and of course the, I don't know what MacBook Pro it is, but there's one of them. So the Elitebook and the Dell Precision are 17-inch laptops. The MacBooks and the Lenovo is 15-inch. These were the top grade laptops you could get, and HP and Dell happen to have 17-inch laptops, while Lenovo and Apple did not. And let's get right into it. So listings comparison. Here we have, you know, all 5. W530, 877W, M6700, MacBook Pro, Retina MacBook Pro. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say. I forgot to get into the whole processors. Okay, so only the Dell and Apple gave me what these processors were. Okay, guys. So I couldn't find what kind of processors were in the Elitebook and the Dell Precision. Sorry. But basically, other than, I think, AMD's, the entry-level AMD card, I believe, you know, you get a Quadro K1000 and a K2000, 2 gigs RAM. However, the Elitebook and the Precision have way better GPUs. And the MacBooks, they are stuck with a GT650M, so it's kind of more for gaming. And good for Premiere if you're going to use Adobe Premiere. Actually, all these are good for Adobe Premiere, except for the AMD Fire Pro, but that's because it has OpenCL. These have the Elitebook and the Precision have MXM GPUs. The GPUs are soldered onto the Thinkpad and to the MacBook. However, out of all of them, the W530 has 4 RAM slots for sure. Some Elitebook and Dell Precisions, they come with dual core i5 and i7. Those have only 2 RAM slots. Quad core is 4 RAM slots. So hopefully when you buy quad core, it wasn't upgraded quad core, because then you only get 2 RAM slots, and an upgrade to 4 RAM slot motherboard is expensive. As we will see. Oh man, it's happening. Oh man, terrible, terrible. I got sick again from the AC. Let's get into it. Lowest price we have, I want to say that, oh, and I'm not going to pick a real winner out of these because I really don't know what's a good winner. I didn't even really look. But the lowest price, the top 3 other than the Macs, 230, 240, 230. The MacBook Pros, there are some you can get cheaper, but either you get a fabulous deal or you're going to get a problem. But I found out that the regular MacBook Pro 2012 is $450 and the Retina is $570. Now, high price, this is like the medium high. Like, you should get fairly good things over here. Wait, I don't have my hand. Okay. You guys could get fairly good prices over here. Normally what I do is I like to buy low. Well, I like to buy below low price, but I like to buy low and sell at the high price. That's just me. That's just what I go for. But they're about the same. $435, $420, $450, and then $700, $800 for the MacBooks. Now the high price, usually the Dell Precision is cheaper, but in this case it wasn't. Excuse me. And now we have the absurd prices. The absurd being like just way too expensive. You know, you guys shouldn't pay this much money for the stuff. But if some people want to get the best of the best, $840 for the W530, $920 for the Elitebook, $8,900 for the Dell, $1,200 for the of the unibody, and $1,250 for the Retina MacBook Pro. Not much of a price difference, despite I think the Retina MacBook Pro costs more. And right here, oh yeah, these charts are going to be totally random. I don't know how to do the best chart yet, but they're all going to be open. There's going to be different versions of them, but active listings, how many were available when I did the search listing? 156, 82, 110, 307, and 152. So the most was the unibody MacBook had a lot of listings available. Next would be the ThinkPad, and then the Retina MacBook Pro after that. Now, sold listings in the last 3 months, it's a little bit different. There's a lot of Retina MacBook Pros that sold, then the regular MacBook, the unibody, I guess, and a lot of ThinkPads. That's a lot. 310 compared to these numbers as well. I guess the Retina MacBook Pro is more, and then we have the Dell Latitude and the HP Elitebook. So out of all these, obviously the Retina MacBook Pro is pretty expensive. However, at the higher pricing, it kind of goes the same with the normal one. Now, if you want to take a risk and you want to buy a laptop that is for parts only, this is not used. This is it might need. I try to see at least that they have a screen that's not cracked. There's some you can get cheaper than this. They have other issues, but excuse me. But it's kind of scary. Okay, so we have if we go ahead and look at it all, it looks like, oh man, the lowest price, it looks like the ThinkPad you can get cheaper out of all of them. In medium price, I guess the M6700, 270, 280, and then you know, $400 for the 8700W. But then like the lowest price for the MacBooks are freaking way expensive, $330. And if you get like there are broken motherfuckers here that sell for this much. I do not know why, but some people are gonna pay this much. I didn't put an absurd price for these because I think because these the Unibody and the Elitebook, they both had like, I mean, I think there wasn't, I didn't put the numbers on here, but I'm pretty sure it's because there wasn't enough listings for me to say so. Now, units with just hard drives, when I do in the search box, I do subtract SSD, subtract 512 and 256, because I try not to find units that have solid state drives. There might be some with solid state drives in here, I don't know, but you know. The Retina MacBook Pro has they have M-SATA slots or M.2 slots, so you can't get it. Lowest price with a hard drive, you could probably get it looks like the 87, the Elitebook and the Dell Precision are about the same, $225. Then W530, then the MacBook Pro at $280 and $450. Medium price, they're all fairly competitive if we look at it. Medium price you got right there, $400, $410, $500, and $450. Kind of surprising because the low price for the ThinkPad, you know, it was a little bit higher price, initial price, but for like the medium average price, not that much. So kind of crazy that the MacBook Pro you could get cheaper than a Dell Precision. And now the high price, these are like, you know, more awesome units, you know, better equipped, i7, 500 gigabyte, 1 terabyte, maybe 16 gigs, maybe 32 gigs. We got 700. This is like the most I would say you should pay. So 700 for the Lenovo, 850 for the HP, 750 for the Dell, and 850 for the MacBook Pro. You know, the Elitebook or the MacBook Pro, they're both tied, and the ThinkPad is actually, you get cheaper, but I think if we go to the SSDs, it's a little bit different. See, with the SSDs, for some odd reason, the ThinkPad takes the cake for being the most expensive. At least it comes off more higher. Then the MacBook Pro, and then the Dell, and then the HP. Now, if we go to medium price, big time difference when it comes to the W530. $430 compared to $1,020. Big difference. And they're all kind of the same. $430, $440, $420. Only the MacBook Pro, when you get an SSD in there, is a lot more at $790. And if we do the lowest price, the Dell, the Dell, the Lenovo and the HP, they're pretty neck and neck. You get a decent, you know, price unit for pretty cheap, $300 and $310. That's a pretty good deal. I think if we go back to the hard drives, I sold my W530 for about $500 locally. I haven't gotten an 8770W yet, but I sold an 8760W for $600. So just saying, and those were with 500 gig hard drives. And so where were we at? I think the lowest price, you know, $300, $310, $420. Sadly, $570 for the MacBook Pro, so it's just gonna be more expensive. And I didn't put the SSD prices on here because the SSD prices are just like the sold listing prices. So it probably would have been cheaper than that, but it would have been, I don't know, like $800 and $570. Yeah, it would have been so expensive. But I did a more of a price comparison with the SSDs on the MacBook Pro. So if you want to get a Retina MacBook Pro and you're only looking at the SSD, this is what I have pricing for. It's kind of strange that the lowest pricing for the 512 gig and the 768 gig, they're kind of like equal when it comes to price. $750 both initial price, $600 for the 256, $900 for the 1 TB. Now, I believe Apple only had the first 3, 256, 512, and 768. 1 TB is a later upgrade. I think it's, I don't know if it was by Apple, but people upgraded later to that 1 TB when it became available. And it seems to me that a lot of people seem to get the 500. It's kind of strange. A lot of people went with a 256 gig and they got the. I'll get into it later. Never mind. But for like a high price for these, I say $850, $930, $1,000, and $1,200. And then the absurd prices. Okay, this is where it got weird. There was a lot of. I didn't put the numbers on here. I forgot to, but there was a lot of the 256 models that seemed just to go a lot more higher. $1,300, and then the 768 and 512 for $1,200, 1 TB for $1,600. But still, there is like a $300 difference between the 256 and the 1 TB. But there's not really like that much. The numbers change with it. It's really strange. But yeah, I would say the ones to look for is a 768 GB. That's probably your best bang for the buck by just size wise, because you could get for 512 GB, you could probably get a 768. Water break real quick. Maybe I should do an ASMR whenever I drink water. Now this is Celly Refurbished. Now Celly Refurbished, for you guys who don't know, basically, I would sometimes do Celly Refurbished. It's basically it's just like a used laptop, and you know, they fix it up, they make sure the hard drive's good. What they should do is that they should clean it up, dust it. They should put oh man, I got my nose itching right now. They should put thermal paste onto there, new thermal paste. You really shouldn't get many scratches, but sometimes there is scratches on there. I mean, it's going to be used obviously, but it should be fully working, you know, resetted, new OS, all that good stuff. Lowest price we got is $315, $315, $470, and then $770 for the Retina MacBook Pro. So the W530 and the M6700, not really a big difference. Even when it comes to the medium prices, or I should say the high price, we got $390 and $465 for the Lenovo and the Dell, and then $660 for the MacBook, the unibody, and then $850, and then for the absurd prices, W530 and the M6700 pretty much tie, $680, $690. And then, of course, the two MacBooks, $850 and $1100. There was no Celly Refurbished on the Elitebook. And manufacturer refurbished, none for the MacBooks. Manufacturer refurbished, you could get them for these models for the top 3, but this is basically, now don't buy. There's people that would say they bought this refurbed, right? And then they sell it and they say, oh yeah, this is a manufacturer refurb. Don't mind me, I use it for fucking, 60 years or whatever. Like, a manufacturer refurbished, it should come with a warranty with it. If it doesn't, that's a big red flag, because it's probably not a refurb, and it's just somebody that these people are so stupid. If it said, if there was seriously a sticker that said this is a brand new laptop, guess what they'll fucking do? If they sold it for if they've used it for 2 years, guess what they'll do? Oh, it says brand new in the bottom, so it's brand new. See, so I'm right. It's brand new. That's what it says on there. I'm not lying. You're like, fuck off, dude. I fucking hate when fucking people do this shit. Okay, tangent out. Manufacturer refurbished. You could get a the Thinkpad. Oh shit. Never mind. Lowest price is the M60s. The Dell you could get cheaper, and the next would be the Lenovo. However, it's kind of weird that the Elitebook, it just seems to have like the same pricing. I don't think there was many of these I could find. so it was all the same. However, at the you got $835. That's like the most I guess people buy these refurbs for. Now, granted, there's probably more expensive refurbs, manufactured refurbs out there on eBay. I don't do searches for the listed price. Maybe I should, but that's just gonna take so much time. But there's probably like a lot of people that are not fucking wanting to pay. Like some of these people want like $2,000 in this shit. So stupid. But the Elitebook, I'm sorry, the what the fuck? The Lenovo is 940. The M6700 is 1300. I think it's because that top one was like, there was a few on here that were like SSD, K5000M, 1080p, all that good stuff. Who's sending me a text message? Oh, someone tells me to check my chat. Oh god. All right. So like my buddy told me to check my chat. Where the fuck's my window at? I don't even think I could even if it's gonna frame skip, it's because it's trying to load. Where is my chat at? I wonder if I could watch this without. Oh wait, here we go, live streaming. Can I stream if I press pause on the video? Oh, bad video settings. Bad video settings. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking spam. Okay, you see this, guys? Look at this. This is just a troll right here. Let me smash. Don't ignore me. You don't think? Oh my god. Get booted. There we go. Okay, get booted. All right, guys. Oh man, my video settings are terrible right now. Good to know. Well, thanks for that, buddy. Thanks for that. Oh my, what? I don't have. Okay, so look, this is my friend. Okay, he's asking me if I were to sell my late MacBook Pro, how much would I sell it for? Looking at the results, I would say that you would sell your 2013 Retina MacBook Pro for about $1,400. Thank you very much. So if you guys need any more suggestions, please let me know. All right, let's get back to this. No, what's that word? I can't think right now. Oh crap. Okay. Manufacturer refurbished. We read that. Now new. Whoa. New other is like an open box. I don't know, like open box or something, barely used. Maybe they bought it and never used it. It should come with a warranty. Just saying, it should come with a warranty. It should not be, oh, I reset it to factory and it's brand new, or oh, I didn't really use this laptop and there's no warranty now, so it's like brand new. No, okay, guys. It should not be used at all. It should be used like for like 1 day to test. That's it. And there was only two that were here. We have the W530 and the MacBook Pro. These are kind of competitive. $680 is the lowest price for a new other, and the MacBook Pro is $800. Now, like the medium high, I say high. You shouldn't really go higher than that, but it's 900 and 920 respectively. But the absurd pricing is, oh my god. My friend says that he can hear me. I don't need to type. Okay, well, thank you, Eddie. Thank you. The absurd pricing is $1,200 for both of these, which is super interesting considering that the MacBook Pro, I believe, costs more brand new. And new unopened in box. None sold. There's none of these. You can never find any of these new. At least people who want to buy these brand new, except for one, which is the unibody MacBook Pro, $220. Okay, that is a big difference from this being like new. This is a sealed box, everything. Yeah. But I don't even think. I don't know. I don't know what new MacBook Pros go for, but I don't think they go for that much. Now, here we have it. Here I have it changed up. This is entry-level CPUs. Okay, it's going to be, in this case, I couldn't find the entry-level CPU for the W530. This is essentially i5s or dual-core i7s for the Elitebook and the Dell Precision. On the MacBook Pros, both, there was only 3 CPU configurations, and so 2.3 was the lowest one, 2.5, and then I think 2.6 and 2.7 is the other one. I guess the chat is popping for once. We have somebody commenting. So if you guys want to join the chat, I guess I'm now watching the chat now. If you guys all want to get into it, or girls, whatever you are, you know. Lowest prices. Now I wouldn't recommend getting these Elitebooks or the M6700s because you're going to be stuck with only 2 RAM slots. However, the MacBook Pros only have 2 RAM slots. So I found let's just go, I guess, these guys. Numbers sold. There's a lot of the Elitebooks, I guess, 23 of them got sold. 200, 280, and 400 versus, oh my god, versus, I'm not even going to look at the chat right now. Versus the M6700 is 240, 330, and 380. The MacBook Pros, the low end. Now the low end CPU doesn't really make a difference because sometimes there's other factors going here, but it was really weird because the low end regular one was 480, yet the Retina was 450, and then we got we got is 850 and 860, and oh my god, oh my gosh, I can't even do this one. Here, let's go to the standard CPU. Now I only search for QM in here in the search field of this. Some people might not put QM on their listing, and so it will be ignored. I can't do anything about it, okay guys? Alright, I just can't do anything about it. What the hell? I didn't do my numbers right there. But standard CPU, i7 quad core or 2.6 i7 MacBooks. We have wow, I guess the entry level is about the same for the top 3, 300, 335, 350, which is just a little bit more. We have the high pricing, 700 for the ThinkPad, 600 for the HP, and 800 for the Dell Precision. The Dell Precision freaking goes a big old jump. My gosh. So we have the MacBooks over here. It seems to be kind of similar to the Unibody MacBook seems to be similar to the M6700, or minus the, okay, only I guess the high price is similar. Okay, bam. So $900. But in comparison, the i7 and the Retina MacBook Pro is a lot more. So, you know, these start at low to mid 300s. The MacBooks start at mid to high 500s. And then, you know, you got medium 400s, and then 700, 860. However, when you go to the higher category, 1230, like, geez, that's so much money. And this is where it doesn't make any sense. So these numbers fluctuate so weirdly. The 2.7 unibody MacBook Pro sells more than the Retina, but even the highest Retina 2.6 doesn't sell that much for the, I don't know, it was crazy, $1,550. Like, that is a weird boost. I guess the high-end versions of these just cost more. Another thing to factor, which I forgot to say, is that MacBook Pro, excuse me, you could do two all these computers except for the Retina, you could get the hard drive and the CD drive. So you know, you could have an SSD for this MacBook Pro and then a regular hard drive. You can't do that with the Retina. So that's another form factor. It might some people, they might say like, oh man, I'm getting more bang for my buck, because who uses DVD drives, or you know, and if you get a solid state and then you get a hard drive, I mean, really, that's only like a 500 gig hard drive used, and the caddy you could get for probably like $30. And if you could you know, utilize that on top of your SSD, you could probably sell for like $60 to $100 more just because of that. I'm just speculating. But the high end, oh my god, this is so hilarious. The 80, okay, so if you're gonna get an XM CPU, go bid on the freaking Elitebook. Oh my gosh, $190. There's only 3 sold, but no, I guess nobody put an XM CPU on their Elitebook, which is just fucking sad. Now there's a lot of XMs, at least when I searched for it, on the ThinkPads. I think only the ThinkPads, there was more people are detailed when they sell ThinkPads. That's just how it is. There's a higher standard when you become a ThinkPad fan. You know, you're not an idiot and you get an Elitebook. You're not I just want something that works, and you buy a Dell Latitude. You're not a I need something to make me look like I'm smart, and you buy a MacBook. You're not a music producer. Oh, I just burned my phone out. I'm sorry. Hey, don't kill me. Don't kill me, please. Oh. But high end, we have. Let's go ahead and compare the top tier quality. We have 920 for the M6700, 1020 for the W530, and 1120 for the MacBook Pro. Cooling wise, I think the M6700 would be the best one out of them all, because it's the only one that doesn't have it has a dual CPU. It has a CPU and a GPU cooler. I think the MacBook Pros do too, but they're thinner. They're not, and plus they push air back. Unlike the Latitude, or I'm sorry, the Precision, it pushes it back and also to the side. So way better cooling, I think, at least in theory or in practice. And then medium prices, the Elitebook, $415. That's just sad. $730 for the ThinkPad, $600 for the M6700. I don't know. I guess the M6700 is kind of a good bargain, I guess, for these. I know Dell Latitudes, you can get a shitload of quad cores for cheap. Need to get a little sip. Now, laptops with 16 gigs of RAM installed. This is only, I searched 16 gigs in there in the search field. It should be RAM. One small chance it might be the MSATA cache drive, but I don't think it is. Now, I forgot to put the numbers on the W530 on there. And on the 8770W, I had to look at listed laptops because there's only 2 sold. And let's see. It looks like the ThinkPad is probably the cheapest one to get. 330, 420, smoke it, and 690 versus, okay, well, the Elitebook's cheaper, 190, 415, 900. But we have the M6700, lower initial price, 290, medium price, or I say high price is 570, so you're gonna get a lot at that price. And then 760 is the higher price. And also, I guess the MacBook Pro, of course, is going to have a higher initial price, $585, $760, $990. The Retina MacBook Pro, for some odd reason, is more expensive with 16 gigs, 720, 930, and 1400. I forgot to mention that the MacBook Pros, they have soldered on RAM, so you only get either 8 gigs or 16. Those are your only options. And they don't make 16 gigabyte DDR3 sticks. In case you're wondering if you want to do 32 gigs on that, you won't be able to. Now, laptops with the max RAM you could put on here with these are gonna have 4 8 gig modules. Yeah, this is kind of, if you're gonna do virtualization, this is what you want to look for. I don't know what else you would use this for. I guess if you want to use like 1,000 tab chromes or something, you could get this. I think I had like 80 Chrome tabs on my T430S, and I only used like 8 gigs out of 16. So, you know, unless you're, I don't know, you probably don't need this, but let's go ahead and check it out. Let's go to highest pricing because it's more funner to look at that. 990, 1,000, and 1,300. M6700 for some odd reason sells a lot more, probably because of the GPU options. Medium wise, 545, 750, and 800. So the Elitebook and the Dell are kind of closer right there. And then lowest price 400, 550, 460. The Elitebook for some odd reason wants to sell for more. Really strange. The Thinkpad is probably the best bargain you could get is the Thinkpad at 32 gigs. There might be some other factors in there. No, the tabs. My friend asked me why I had so many tabs open. The tabs. The reason why I had so many open was I was doing the initial eBay listings, I think, and I was showing the pages for them. I forget what it was. I think it was because of that, and yeah. And so yeah, I only used that many. I had to use like 3 different Chrome windows because I wasn't able to see what fucking tab said what. And now we're gonna go ahead and get into pricing for parts. This, if you're gonna buy one of these computers, if you want to fix it up, this is what it's gonna cost for you to buy the part. Each laptop is different. I believe only the Dell and the Lenovo you could get away with using just a regular precision Phillips screwdriver. The Elitebook's gonna want to get some sort of Torx. I think it wants like a T8 or T5 screwdriver, and the MacBooks, I believe they're T11, T8 or T6. I forget. But yeah, so I changed it up on this chart. I did low, mid, high, and also numbers sold. Maybe this might help us look at numbers better because we could just see it all right here. Lowest price for keyboards with the Palmrest is optional, but at the lowest price you could get the, what the fuck? The MacBook Pro is the cheapest? That's really weird. I guess $10. What the fuck? Did I do that right? $10 for the MacBook Pro. $15 is the M6700. Thinkpad is more expensive. Whatever. These might be used and might have some shine, so just disclaimer right there. Now mid price. This is what the price. If you want to get like a new, you get new prices right here, or unused. This is, you can get a Palmrest as well at this price. We have the MacBook Pro and the Dell tied $27, and then the Dell. I'm sorry, the the Thinkpad at 30, 37 and 40 for the Elitebook and the MacBook Pro, the Retina. Now highest price, and this is foreign keyboards also. So some of you are international friends. I try to look for European layout, Japanese, Chinese, and I don't think they make Afrikaans layout, but this is more towards the European people. You guys might be able to get the mid pricing, but you might not be able to. But if you guys can't, this is the numbers you're gonna have to pay. The M6700 seems to have cheaper foreign options. MacBook Pro. Oh no, this is you can't get. I don't think you get foreign MacBook Pro. I couldn't find any. But the W530, 62, and then 70. Yeah, really strange. Excuse me. The W530 is the only one where a backlight is optional on the keyboard, so just keep that in mind. And for the numbers I had here, I had a lot of numbers for the MacBooks and for the Elitebook or the Thinkpad. So only the HP was kind of low. Oh my gosh, my freaking it keeps on saying that I have bad video settings. Now the motherboard and logical board pricing. I need to get a sip for this. Excuse me. Motherboard and logical board pricing is. This is kind of scary when you have to buy a computer and you find out there's something wrong with the motherboard. I hate. Oh man, it's big risk on buying super cheap. It's like you might need a motherboard. And now for the W530, or let's go ahead and go look at it. The MacBooks are gonna be way expensive because everybody wants them, and I hate selling MacBooks for this fucking reason. But the lowest price, I guess the ThinkPad and the Dell, you get them for pretty cheap. I try to look for the quad core, I believe, on the lowest prices on these. For some odd reason, the HP is at $90. Oh man, the HP is also not as fun to take apart. $280 and $310 for the MacBooks. Then we got the mid price is the M6700, and then the ThinkPad is next. So $80 and $90. If you're gonna have to replace the motherboard, you could probably get a good GPU on the M6700, and maybe it just needs a motherboard. I don't know. But the Elitebook just goes up in price, $150, and then $400 for the fucking Max. And now the high pricing, this should be a new motherboard. $150, the Dell takes it right there. HP and Lenovo are pretty close, $225 and $220. And then the MacBook Pro is $520. However, with the numbers that I populate, a lot more people are buying MacBook Pro motherboards. So if you're going to get a MacBook Pro cheap and has a cracked screen, if you buy it for under $280, you could probably make a pretty good profit, and as long as you're able to make sure it works. But if you got like a 2.6 or 2.7, you're gonna get $400 and $520 for them. Now let's go ahead and get to displays. I only searched for 1080p displays on the ThinkPad, the Elitebook, and the oh man, I'm getting like a lightheaded right now. On the Precision, the only thing is that the MacBook Pro, they have I think they have 3 different displays. There's the you know what? Let me go ahead and bring up Thinkpads because I can't think of it right now. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is so. What the hell? Let's go to archive. Wait. Show more. What the hell? No, I'm okay. Sorry, guys. Screen options. Okay. So the numbers on here. It looks like the only thing is that I don't know which is which on the low end versions of the unibody MacBook Pro screens because you get a WXGA, you get 900p display, or you get 1050. What the fuck? I put 1060 right there. But yeah, I would go for the matte panel on the MacBook Pro, but that's just me. So full HD, you could get lowest price you could probably get is the W530 takes a cake. It's way cheaper than the rest of these, maybe because it's a 15-inch laptop. But yeah, $40, 52, and 80. In comparison, 65, 90, and 130 for the HP, 67, 90, and 140 for the Dell. Way cheaper. It's way cheaper. My voice is getting a little bit coarse, guys. Sorry about that. Then we have $115 for the MacBook, 180 and 250. So not too bad. However, you want to get the Retina, the IPS Retina, big difference in price. 220, 270, 360. Oh man. And the Retina is selling $30. And the reason why the Retina is selling so well is because a lot of people are stupid and they leave their MacBooks on the floor and then their roommate fucking steps on it. Now that probably doesn't happen all the time, but I've heard way too many people that want me to fix their fucking MacBook screen and they tell me how it broke, and that is how it broke because somebody stepped on it. I don't know what it is. I don't know why people do that. Genuine OEM AC adapter pricing. Now this looks kind of strange because it shows you have like these high numbers over here, but whatever. The AC adapters you get for pretty fucking cheap. $15 for all these at 18 and 19. I remember a while back the AC adapters they're more at this pricing. But yeah, and these are the 130 watt. You just got to be careful on what GPU that you have for the Elitebook and the Dell Precision. I believe Lenovo you need a 170 or 210 watt, I think. And with the HPs, you could use a 150 watt, I think, but that's only for like the dual core versions, which have the it's just dual. It's the entry level AMD, but I think they also want a 200 watt and a 230 watt also. There might be a 300 watt for the Dell Precision, but that's if you got like the K5000M, I think. And mid pricing we have 25, 40, 27, 40, 31. Good prices for these. Strangely, the MagSafe 2 charges cheaper than the MagSafe 1, and the HP for some odd reason just goes to be a lot more pricier. And then when we got high prices, we have $50 for the ThinkPad, $35 for the Dell, 46 for the Retina for the MagSafe 2, 70 for the MagSafe 1, $90 for the HP Elitebook. I don't know why. I think it's because there's not too many parts for these. So that's probably why they are sold for that much. And if we look at the numbers sold, these prices are pretty fucking accurate. I think it took me a while to find the fucking for the MagSafe, but 330 and 300 for the MacBooks. So there's a lot of these. A lot of people are buying these. Now some people are arguing that the low pricing of the MagSafe chargers are not the actual ones. I don't know if they're actually OEM or if they're faked, but they're pretty good fakes. They're only 85 watt. Oh yeah, they're only 85 watt chargers, by the way. So that kind of shows you, no, Apple doesn't make magical fucking numbers. They throttle their fucking CPUs. And we have 60 for the ThinkPad and 25 for the 25 sold for the Dell, and only 9 sold for the HP. Last but not least, we have the battery pricing on here. Man, buying a laptop, the scariest thing you can do is not knowing how long the battery lasts. If you're buying a computer and you want something to test it with, download HW Info. Download HW Info 64. You can put it on USB. You can boot it up. You'll be able to see all specs. It's kind of like Specky or whatever. You can see all the specs on the summary of it. Excuse me. And it shows a battery and it shows the wear count. Super accurate. I've found some batteries. Dell says like good on their BIOS, but that could be like 60% of its health. So that's pretty bad. Now battery pricing lowest. The top 3 are pretty cheap. 32, 33, and 30. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to add. The Retina MacBook Pro is going to have an expensive battery. However, you could get it serviced at an Apple store, which I recommend, because you might break that battery. You might break the keyboard. Just saying. And the touchpad, I should say. But yeah, 32, 33, 30. These are OEM batteries, by the way. This is the cheapest I saw it. These might be 6L. They could be 9Cell, but good luck. Excuse me. And then the MacBook Pro, for some odd reason, 60 and 52. And then for mid pricing, this is most likely if you want to be secure that you're buying a good battery with a warranty, I suggest the mid pricing right here. The Lenovo is the cheapest, 45, 50 for the HP, 80 for the Dell for some odd reason, 60 for the MacBook, and then 100 for the Retina model. Now the high pricing, for some odd reason, I don't know why, I think it's for international markets, but the M6700 goes for $150 and the W530 goes for $70. As far as numbers goes, 31 for the Lenovo, so pretty good. A lot are sold, so fairly consistent. 40 for the MacBook Pro, or the Retina, I should say. However, these numbers might not be too accurate because there's less than 10 for the Dell, the HP, and the M6700. So just throwing out there, the numbers might be a bit too low. And I guess that's the end of the spreadsheet. So that's all my numbers right there. Let's go ahead and recap. Tough to say what to do, what you guys really want to get. It just depends on the. I didn't do a search of like just the GPU of the laptops. That's what I want to do, is I want to search just the GPUs only. But it's a bit different because then you pull from all the other laptops too. But yeah, the XM, it looks like the HP. Okay, let's go ahead, start us all over again. Best pricing out of them all. Of course the MacBook's gonna be more expensive. The Retina you could get a pretty good price for. However, it looks like the Lenovo you could get a cheaper price. You know, with hard drives, it looks like the what the fuck? I guess the MacBook. No. The units with hard drive, I recommend getting a Dell Latitude. SSD pricing, probably the cheapest would be, I guess, the Elitebook right there. Yeah. And if you were to get a Retina MacBook Pro, just search for the 768GB and wish for the best. As far as seller refurbished, we don't really do that. Wait, seller refurbished is also like the IT Renew, fucking Aero Direct, Iron Mountain. It looks like the W530 sells for the best. These must be auctions, why they sell for so cheap. And mid-range quad cores, it looks like the Elitebook wins this one. However, in the XM range, I recommend. It looks like the it's kind of like a tie between the ThinkPad and the Dell Precision. And for some odd reason, the Retina MacBook Pro is the cheapest. Is cheaper than the other one. And with RAM, it looks like the ThinkPad is the cheapest on that. Tough to say. It really depends what you want to do with it. The numbers here, it looks to me, it looks like the Dell. Okay, the ThinkPad and the Dell kind of are toe to toe when it comes to repairs. Motherboard wise, it looks, I guess, yeah, you know what? I guess is okay. So who I picked out of all these, if you guys are gonna buy, flip, and sell, probably the Dell Precision is the one I would go for. I am biased to the ThinkPad, but Dell Precision, you probably could do a lot more better on buying and fixing up and selling. That's if you buy, say if you buy like 20 of them, and you're gonna need parts, I recommend that. If you're only gonna buy one, I would say the Lenovo would be the best one. Or if you want to just buy parts, or if you want to buy it and just part it out, I would say that the Unibody MacBook Pro is probably the best one. And I think, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna end it here. So let me go ahead and just say thank you all for watching. You guys are the best. If you guys want to see all this good stuff, go ahead and go check out my page, I guess. Oh shit, where right there? There we go. Go ahead and check out my page. Let's go ahead and, oh shit. Oh my god. Okay, and also if you want to get the data on here, I have a lot of numbers. I made charts for all these, so it took a while, but it didn't take too long. It's just that I guess I got a better. I'm probably gonna change my format on how I do some of the pricing, because it would help me to do the data entry on here. So when am I gonna get a database of all these? I do not know. You guys have to request it, okay? You guys have to request it if you guys want it. So this is Saucy, and I'm gonna be signing out. I hope you guys have a nice day.